watching a master at work.
You ready? Let's go. Yeah. For those of you that want to know what we're all about, it's like this, y'all. This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, and 100% reason to remember the name.
No need to flip back. Check out that Purdue-Arizona game. You got it on the right channel, UPTV Channel 6. Halftime, Illinois 29, Virginia Tech 21. Tell it like it is. Sean Bundy Green.
What's going on?
Back in the saddle again.
Glad to be back.
See, you got your Tennessee colors on today.
It's something I just picked out.
Just something you just threw on for you. I figured I put on some Northwestern purple.
Hey, ain't nothing like it. Baseball season.
They getting ready up there for baseball season because they're not going to be participating in the tournament.
This is some kind of other NIT game.
Right. Not in the tournament. That's what the NIT stand for.
They don't have no referees or nothing.
Nothing. They just out there playing.
Freelancing.
Pick
all your
up
own
game.
files.
But who's not freelancing? Illinois. Like I said, right now they're at halftime. They're playing Virginia Tech. They're up 29-21. March Madness.
It's here.
Need I say more?
Hey, it's not as many upsets as people predict.
No. There was one upset last night.
I bet the world is happy.
Man, the VCU, Virginia Commonwealth Rams.
Belly up defense.
They locked up the Duke Blue Devils last night. Coach K, he couldn't pull out his American Express card, could he?
No.
He couldn't do anything
He
about
didn't have
that.
a Visa card.
No, it was tight, real tight. Duke got up by 11 in the second half against VCU,
They're
but
like,
40 minutes of hell is what it was.
you're right.
Anthony Grant, coach of VCU, just had them pressing all night long. The withering press that VCU put on Duke showed at the end. Duke couldn't hit the free throws, number one. Ball handling got suspect at the end. And when it was all said and done, we had our first major upset in the NCAA tournament. VCU 79, Duke 77. The Dukies,
See ya.
gone. So now we get, like you said, not too many upsets going on in the tournament.
No.
It's starting to play out. Par of course, Big Ten. What's going on with the Big Ten?
Kudos. They're playing better than what I thought.
Michigan State jumped out early against Marquette last night.
Wow.
Jumped all over them. I was like, my goodness. Indiana?
To me, that was about one of my bracket busters. But Gonzaga, I guess the busting is gone.
Yeah.
In Seattle, Washington.
I was going to say, I think what's happened now, that Cinderella stuff that Gonzaga pulled off, 12 years ago?
It's gone.
It's over, people. They're just another college. Don't look at your bracket and go, ooh, Gonzaga.
Put them in the Final Four.
Put them in the Final Four.
What do you mean they lost first round?
And speaking of Final Four and brackets, how's yours going?
Well, I lost 2 games yesterday. One of them was Duke, and the other one was BYU. But today, I haven't checked them. So
Oh, yeah?
I think I'm doing pretty good.
Oh, okay. Now, I know folks out there checking us out, UPTV Channel 6. I know somebody's participating in March Madness, got their brackets filled out, and they're, looking at them right now going, I can't, but Old Dominion let me down. Oral Roberts, I just knew they was going to the Final Four.
That was your teams, wasn't he? He was speaking of your teams.
It was just upsets, man. 12-5, I was using statistical data, statistical analysis.
That stuff don't work every year. It's time for it all at the end.
Just pick a
Last year this time we had, people was doing this to brackets, just stirring them up. Now everybody's like, "Ooh, I still got a fighting chance."
Right, exactly. Well, I tell you this, I did miss some, but my major teams, I said last week on here that Georgetown was my team, and yesterday Georgetown beat Belmont 80-55. Front line looks tight. Hibbert,
The shed.
Green, Patrick
Ewing.
Ewing Jr. There's like the kids of the guys who played when we were coming up.
You're right.
Are now out there on the court. Doc Riverson plays for Georgetown.
Yep.
Doing their thing. Ohio State, number 1 seed out of the Big Ten. They won their first game. Start off a little slow. Central Connecticut.
Hey, you know, Sunday cruise.
Oh, is that what it was?
Right.
They were just riding,
Listen to music, hear the music.
flowing. I like that. Wow.
They cruise. And then when they got to the end,
Punch it.
let's go.
We ride. Who ride? We ride. Now, another 9-8 victory, if you want to call it an upset. Xavier over Brigham Young last night, 79-77. So they've moved on in the tournament. What I'm looking at right now, the scores are a little higher than I think what some people anticipated.
No defense.
They don't know how to play defense anymore.
3-point line too close.
3-point line, 19-9.
My
You're
grandma
right.
could shoot that far.
You know, now who is she? Is she in the NIT or is she playing in the NCAA?
She got a home tournament.
She got her own tournament.
Grannies.
The Granny's Invitational. She balling, huh?
You're right. In the halftime, they have that good old country meal. Collard greens and hot water cornbread. That's all you need at halftime.
Well, then second half is awful slow.
That's
You got folks on the bench taking naps. Because, you know, you got red Kool-Aid stain on the uniform.
Sweet iced tea.
That's
Sometimes
it.
you go like, your diabetes get bad.
You want some sweet tea? You like some sweet tea? Yeah, but like I said, tournament's going that way. But Illinois, tonight, like I said, it's halftime right now, 29-21. Does that surprise you at all?
No, I figured this would be the 5-12 upset right here. I mean, because Vitek, they good, but I mean,
They beat Carolina twice this year,
oh well.
but then they lost to Southern Illinois,
Yes.
who potentially could be Illinois' second round matchup if Illinois holds on in the second half and wins this game. And now you're talking about an in-state game, Illinois, Southern Illinois, Sunday. That game will have ramifications for years to come, I think. Trouble. Well, we're going to see what's happening with these phone lines. Tell it like it is. Caller, tell us your name. Tell us where you're calling from. Tell it like it is.
My name's Robert Lewis, calling out of Champaign, Illinois.
Hey, ho daddy.
What's going on?
Hey, what's happening? What's up, guys? What's happening? I'm looking at y'all on TV.
Well, we're going to wave at you. How you doing?
How's the wife and kids, Joe?
Our wife and kids are doing excellent. Doing excellent.
Yeah, I hear y'all talking about this tournament. Y'all like the tournament so far?
Oh, yeah. As I said, it's, as Bundy said earlier, we done tore up our brackets a little bit. You know, some of the upset specials we thought were going to happen have not happened. So, but Illinois right now, 29-21. You checking that game out right now?
Yeah, you already know I am.
Okay.
Y'all my halftime entertainment.
Oh, Harvey.
Well, now Bundy's not going to get up and do.
Ain't no song and dance gonna happen tonight.
No.
Look, I want to hear more about that granny tournament.
That granny, you want to get in it?
No, I want to get the granny tournament.
He just want to eat at halftime. That's all he wants to do.
You know how we do. And look, I just want to give you guys a shout out. You know what I'm saying?
Rob, real quick before you get off of here, who you think is going to be in your Final Four? Give me your 4 teams right quick.
Oh,
You think long, you think wrong.
you know I'm going with Kansas.
Kansas?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't want to talk too fast.
Okay, well, we'll just.
What, you want to wait till?
He want to wait till Final Four weekend.
March 31st and tell me who your Final Four is.
Yeah, get your jokes off. I'm gonna get you. Okay, look, I'm gonna let y'all go. Don't talk about me too bad because I'm watching.
Oh, we won't.
We won't do that to you, Rob, but we appreciate you calling in. Hit us next week. Tell it like it is.
I sure will.
All right, man. Take care. Go back to these phone lines. Tell it like it is. UPTV Channel 6. We're going to get this caller on here. Caller, tell us your name. Tell us where you're calling from. Tell it like it is.
Hey, this is Action Jackson. What's happening?
What's going on, Action Jackson?
So what you think about the game thus far?
Oh, I'm pleasantly surprised. Illinois is playing that Big Ten style of defense. They got Virginia Tech shooting 28% from the field right now.
Looking pretty good, huh?
The key is, can they maintain it for 40 minutes?
We are T-rolling.
You know, when we roll out of this halftime, because you know Virginia Tech, they got some athletes on that team.
They sure do.
You know.
Well, I'm gonna give you my four. Florida, Kansas, Texas A&M, and North Carolina.
Florida, Kansas, Texas A&M, and North Carolina.
Remember that.
I remember that. I hope you wrote those down in pencil.
Hey, Virginia Tech going down, Illinois and SIU.
That's what we want to see this weekend.
Okay, who gonna win
All
that? Who gonna win that game?
SIU, Illinois, give us a score.
SIU 78-74.
SIU 78-74. Appreciate you
All right.
calling. Hit
All
us
right,
next
y'all,
week.
I'll let you, man.
Tell them like it is.
All right.
78-74 SIU. Now, as I was talking
High
earlier,
scoring game.
here's the thing you got to remember. Chris Lowry used to work on Bruce Weber's staff down at SIU.
You know the man.
He came up here to Illinois, did 1 year here, and then he got the job down there when Matt Painter went to Purdue. Southern Illinois is seeded fourth. Southern Illinois is seeded fourth.
Carbondale,
Southern Illinois is seeded fourth.
Illinois, Champaign,
12. Something's wrong.
Backwards. That's backwards.
Is that backwards?
Yeah. Illinois is third. C1 and 2 is 3.
Oh, is that what it is? Oh, I think Ricky Bobby said that. You can't have two number ones. That makes 11. So 1 and 2 is 3. I like the way you do your math. What happens if Illinois loses to SIU?
Recruiting wise, it's going to be hurt them because, Mr. Lowry can come here or go to Chicago and say, hey, look, we beat Champagne's best. Come on down to Carbondale. We might not have a lot to offer in town, but we can play some basketball.
That's an excellent point there. That this game, if it does happen, if Illinois holds on and wins against Virginia Tech and Southern Illinois beats Holy Cross tonight, and they play, Southern Illinois wins that game Sunday, this could have ramifications for years to come in terms of recruiting.
Then you have, woo! Well, the guys, they trying to, I know I got to leave town now.
Coach Weber, what happened?
I don't know. They just beat us. We was hurt. Chester's feet bad.
Right. They say the excuse is going to start flowing out in terms of that.
Rich is drunk.
You're going to have to pull a lot of them out. I truly believe, though, that Illinois, if they play that game, they've got to win Sunday.
Oh, yeah, they got to. That's a must.
But-
and then, if they win that game,
Oh, my God.
Bill Self time.
Kansas, the Jayhawks, right down the line. That's why they call this
Do you
thing
think he'd run the score up on Illinois?
in a Kansas City minute. Bill Self playing Illinois in the Sweet 16. If he got an opportunity, it'd be like one of them old Globetrotter cartoons. The scoreboard would just be. He would run it. He would run it up. So it's going to be interesting to see how this thing plays out. We'll see what happens with Illinois and Virginia Tech in the second half. Hope folks stick with us for a while, tell it like it is.
Or call in with the score. Give us an update.
Yeah, give us an update, throughout the show, because, we're sitting over here, we're blind. It's not like we in the ESPN studio where we got about 9 teams.
We got Stat Girl over
Stat
there.
Girl over there, but she watching Oprah. She got Oprah reruns on. She's not watching the game.
Sealy.
Harpo. But what other games intrigue you right now going on in the tournament?
I tell you what, the matchup tomorrow, Texas A&M and DeVille.
Louisville.
Yes, that is the game. To me, that should be the game of the tournament, but you never know.
And it's only-
Louisville has got their swagger back from the Big Big East tournament. And Texas A&M, even though they lost in the Big 12 tournament, they got some rest, so they getting their swagger back. So I think it's going to be a barn burner. Edgar Garcia against AC Law the fourth,
Yeah.
with AC Law the third in the stands watching them.
What,
I don't know where the second and the first.
I was going to say, is Junior? Junior, is he there also? But caller, tell us what's going on with this tournament. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Tell it like it is.
I'm going to tell you like it is, Joe. It's Tata.
What's going on?
Man, I think y'all sore losers against Illinois. Neither one of y'all Illinois fans.
What makes you say that?
Right.
Because neither one of y'all are Illinois fans.
Okay, we're not Illinois fans. What's your point?
Y'all over there down in Illinois.
We not down in Illinois. I was just talking about Louisville, Texas A&M.
And earlier we were talking about the fact that if Illinois plays SIU, they can't lose that game. Ta-ta.
Hey,
They can't
they
lose
ain't
that
gonna
game.
lose that game. Remember that.
Well,
Every game we done
you the
bet it
same.
on.
You the same guy said
So
the Bears
long.
gonna win the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Your predictions for 07 ain't too hot right now, Tata. You
Yeah,
know,
I said the Bears go win the Super Bowl, and what? They beat Minnesota every time they played them now.
That ain't saying nothing.
is this Charlie Brown? Is this
What's
Charlie
your
Brown?
team, Bundy?
The Giants. Y'all beat us. Yes, y'all beat us.
Okay, then. Shut up.
All right, well, I'll tell you what. Right now, let's stick to the NCAA tournament, Tata. Who you got going to the Final Four if you look in your crystal ball?
Look, only thing I can tell you this, I don't know who's going, but I'm rooting for Georgetown.
Okay, well, see, that's one thing we agree upon, which is very rare that me and him agree upon on anything.
He'll give us our prediction March 31st.
Yeah, he'll do like old Rob Lewis.
Yeah, Rob Lewis.
When-
You know, the morning of March 3rd. Oh, I got the Final Four already.
That's who I picked. I told y'all, we'll go to the tape on you, so make sure you don't say anything out of the box. But Tata, I appreciate you calling. Hit us next week. Keep watching the Illinois game. Tell it like it is.
All right, then.
Take care.
Later.
Something else when people call in and say we're not Illinois fans. All we said was that Illinois has to beat
You're right. You're keeping it real.
SIU. We telling it like it is.
Tell it like it is.
That's the name of the show. But one final thing before we get up. Famous coaches. Bob Knight down
Bye.
at Texas Tech.
Bye-bye.
See you later, Bob. He's gone. He was either going bass fishing when
Today,
or Monday.
he got a head start.
Tackle box out early. 6-pack of beer.
Beverages.
Beverage. Oh, Bob don't do that.
Yeah, you
Come.
never know.
Bob Knight.
Hey, I'd rather see him fishing than hunting. Last time he went hunting, he shot his buddy.
I was going to say him and Dick Cheney need to hang out. They'll be out there like the Crips and the Bloods shooting at each other. But he's gone. We talked earlier, Coach K.
See ya.
They're gone out of there. Now, Patino, he's still left. Now, Maryland, Gary Williams, he got a scare from Davidson.
Yes, he did.
These first-round games are no joke when it comes to what's happening and your coaching prowess. You can be a great coach
And lose.
right? So, a lot of times I think that's overrated, especially in the first round of the tournament. I think coaching comes into play later on in the tournament, but that first round, it's just win and survive and advance.
To me, the first round of the tournament, it's like setting the table for dinner.
Mm-hmm.
You putting all your little plates out there. But the second round, we sitting down here eating now. The Elite Eight,
Right.
dinner is on the table.
And then it's ready to eat.
You're right.
You're making a lot of food analogies tonight,
Hey,
man.
I'm telling you.
You started with the Granny tournament. You
Hey, that's a good tournament.
collard greens and hot water cornbread. Now you
Make
talk
your mouth water.
sweet tea. Can I get some of that sweet tea? Yeah, but there's other March Madness going on right now on a high school level. Over in Peoria, we've got the high school tournament that's going on over there.
Yes. This is last year, that format, too.
In terms of, two classes. Right now, we got the AA tournament going on over in Peoria. Last week, you had the Class A tournament. Maroa Forsyth won the whole deal, the whole shebang.
They from
down by Decatur.
Decatur.
Right. So a little local flavor in terms of that.
It's in walking distance.
Yeah, so we can claim them. We can claim them. But tonight, if you want to get a chance to see some real top-flight basketball after the Illinois game goes off, flip it on over and what was it, My CFN or whatever
Channel
it is.
3.
Channel 3. Check out Simeon plays tonight. Right now, Marshall is playing Lincoln. Now, Lincoln is the closest team in Central Illinois
It's
that's
not
playing.
walking distance.
No. And you won't walk to Lincoln anyway.
If you do, they might not find you.
Right. But that's when Brian Cook played his high school
That's
basketball.
what's the rail splitters, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah, I used to go up against the rail splitters back in the day, But as I was saying earlier about the high school tournament that's going on, Chicago Marshall, get up and down the court. They gave Simeon all they could handle last year in the state semifinals, and they're in it again. Simeon's playing tonight. Derrick Rose, Tim Flowers in the game, defending state champs. They played a late game. Illinois tried to get Rose. He's going to Memphis. Now, you've been up here in Illinois for a little while. Well, how does the Illinois tournament compare to what happens down in the Bluegrass State of Kentucky?
Well, it's a little different. In the Bluegrass State, you have your districts. Mm-hmm. They have like 32 districts. Then they go to 16 regions, and then all the teams in the state they play. They call it the Sweet 16, and that consists of the state tournament, and it starts Wednesday. No, it starts Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Okay.
They play at Rupp Arena.
Wow.
Yes, sir. And then, I mean,
See, and that's another thing around here. They used to play the state tournament here in Champaign, and you had all the big schools and small schools coming here playing at the Assembly Hall. And then for some reason or another, people claim that it's price gouging by hotels or whatever the fact was.
they do it everywhere.
They lost the tournament. Now it's over in Peoria.
You got a boat over there.
And that's why I
I
think
ain't talking about Miami Vice boat.
you're talking about them shake 'em up boats.
Ching ching.
Right. And I think it's going to be difficult to get that tournament back here
Yes.
to Champaign because of that. Because not only do you have adult entertainment, if you want to call it that, but you also they have some interactive games that the kids can participate in over there between games and things of that nature. So, hopefully they can get the high school tournament back here to Champaign, because I just remember growing up watching all the games here in Champaign. And I think that's where it should be, just like you said, down in Kentucky. Played at the state school,
Yep, Rupp Arena.
So it's got to be at the same level.
23,000.
Now, that's got to be a thrill for a kid.
Oh yeah, you probably be like Barney Fife.
Oh, and and tighten up.
But I mean, it's good. They need another format change here. I mean, you got a whole lot of schools, and to me, you're depriving schools of opportunity to come to state. So I mean, they gonna have what, A, AA,
AAA,
and 4A.
There you go. So, like you said, you're correct. After this weekend, you won't see this format ever again. The AA and the A. You're gonna go to 4 classes starting next year. Big schools will be 4A, 3A, 2A, and 1A. So, I really think they do need to split it up like that, like you said, to give other schools an opportunity.
Yeah, should.
Now, there's some people who believe in that, just throw them all into one pot so you can have the opportunity, like Hoosiers, what happened in Indiana.
Yeah.
But that was, what,
That was
50
years, 100
50,
years
60
ago.
years ago?
Back when you used to wear them shorts with the belt on it.
the John Stockton Satins, nice and high. I like the way they was cut, too, Kept your socks up high and your knee pads.
With your Charles Taylors.
Yeah, the formal name. But if you knew him well, you called him Chuck.
And they were
Chucks-
black.
There you go. Or white in terms of that.
That's it. That's all it was. There wasn't no Air Jordan, Nike.
No, wasn't none of this leather, anything like that, But we're going to go back to these phone lines here at UPTV, Channel 6. Tell it like it is. Caller, tell us your name. Tell us where you're calling from. Tell it like it is.
Reggie Austin, I'm calling from Champaign.
What's going on, Reggie Austin?
All
Tell it
right,
like
how
it
you guys
is.
doing?
I'm doing excellent.
All right, congratulations on the show, man. You're doing a good job.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Appreciate it, sir.
Listen, what are your thoughts on 2 teams? The Tar Heels, I'm from Carolina, so I'm a big Tar Heels fan. And I used to live in Kentucky. And what are your thoughts about Tubby Smith and the Wildcats?
Well, I'm going to take the man from the Bluegrass States to talk to you about Kentucky, then I'm going to talk to you about Carolina.
I think Kentucky, I mean, they're having problems right now because they're trying to get rid of Tubby Smith. And in order for him to leave, they're going to pay the man $4 million. So he having problems with the team. He's not getting recruiting it is because they say it's his coaching staff that's not enticing the players to come there. It says one more top recruit out in the country that they're trying to get, and they said the assistant coach is not going enough, but they're supposed to be building a $30 million facility.
If they're going to do that, then Tubby's gone.
Tubby's gone.
And the reason why I say that is that when schools start talking about new athletic facilities, they want a fresh start.
Yep.
And they don't want drama or controversy going into that new facility, whether it be football or basketball. So
But
Tubby's
as
gone.
far as Kentucky, I believe they'll win tonight, and they'll probably end up playing Kansas. And you never know. That could be, Bill Self has a hard time winning a game, so he might win tonight, and he'll lose to Kentucky. If he loses to Kentucky, I think Tubby will keep his job.
Yeah. Now, my thing about what he asked about what we think about Carolina, the thing with Carolina, they're loaded with talent.
Yes.
They go 11 deep. The problem I have with Carolina is they go 11 deep. When you get into tournament basketball, you've got to have a core group of players that you can depend on and go to. Now, I know Tyler Hansborough is their go-to guy, but he broke his nose.
He has face
you know,
problems.
in the ACC tournament. You know, Gerald Henderson introduced himself in a different fashion, and because of that, that might make him a little tentative in the post. The other thing, you're talking about freshmen and sophomores. The inexperience may come back to haunt Carolina when they get deeper into the tournament, and that's why that's one of the teams I didn't have going to the Final
But
Four.
Reggie, I think they're Final Four. North Carolina could be a Final Four team if they get the breaks.
Yeah, Carolina is my team to win it all.
That's your team to win it all?
Win it all. And UNLV is my dark horse.
Well, you know what? You could be just as he knows it just as much as any of these pundits out there who are picking
Winthrop.
teams. Right. Look what happened with Winthrop today, beating Notre Dame. So I think you got two good selections there in terms of Kentucky and Carolina, and we'll see how this March Madness plays out. Reggie, we appreciate you calling.
All right.
Hit us every Friday, 7 o'clock, UPTV. Tell it like it is.
All right, good guys.
Take care. North Carolina.
Could do it.
Could do it.
They got some horses.
They got some horses. Terry, the senior, he's the one who pulled them through against North Carolina State in the tournament, in the ACC tournament. So they do have some guys that they can go to. But we're going to go back to these phone lines. UPTV, Channel 6, tell it like it is. Caller, tell us your name. Tell us where you're calling from. Tell it like it is.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Caller, are you there?
How are you?
Excellent. How you doing, caller?
I'm Lisa. I'm from Urbana.
Okay.
I'm just wondering who you think is going to win this year.
In terms of the NCAA tournament?
Yeah.
I'm going with Georgetown. I think they play solid defense. They're real big on their front line. They're coached by John Thompson III. He's got a good pedigree in terms of that. So that's the team I'm going with is Georgetown. Who do you think is going to win the tournament?
I agree.
You agree with me?
I do agree, yeah.
Wow.
Well, we got that's 1 out of 1,000.
I'm going with the Florida Gators.
You going with the Florida
They got
Gators?
5 returning starters. They've been there before. They know what it takes. They're getting that swagger back.
Lisa, who else do you think is going to be in the Final Four besides Georgetown?
Illinois.
Illinois is going to be in the Final Four?
I have to go for Illinois. I'm from Champaign.
Okay, well, we understand that. But, you know, I don't think we've ever had a team with a seeding lower than 8 to get to the Final Four since they went to 64
I
teams.
just have a lot of faith in them. Maybe
Well-
they'll turn it around.
Well, you know, being a true fan, you got to go with them whether they're up or whether they're down. So, anything else you'd like to add, Lisa?
What?
I said, anything else you want to add?
Just go Illini, I guess.
Go Illini.
Thanks for talking to me.
Appreciate it. Take care.
Call anytime.
So Lisa's got Illinois in the Final Four. Wow.
Yeah.
Now, check it out.
It could happen.
They
You
beat
never know.
SIU. You know, they beat SIU after they win tonight against Virginia Tech.
Kansas get poisoned.
Right. Julian Wright. You know what? Now, I know this people won't appreciate this, but what Illinois ought to do is let Jamar Smith go drive their bus. I'll get you to the stadium. Illinois wins by a forfeit. They're on to the Elite Eight. We're sorry about with Jamar. We kid because we care. Caller, tell us your name. Tell us where you're calling from. Tell it like it is.
My name's Sport, and I'm calling from Champaign.
Okay.
I know both of y'all anyway, but I don't hear, y'all both is basketball knowledgeable. Why y'all ain't saying nothing about Georgetown and Memphis? Y'all forgot about them?
He said Georgetown Sport.
I said Georgetown would win it all.
Memphis, I don't know about Sport. I don't know about Memphis. Memphis play in the league. They play in the league like Illinois played their first 9 games.
The problem with Memphis is they play in Conference USA, so the level of competition in that conference is down. Number 2, Memphis, if they get, look what happened today.
They got a little trouble.
They struggle right out the blocks. And Memphis likes to play a running gun up and down the court game. And if they get in a half-court set, they get frustrated. And if they get frustrated, Calipari can't control that team.
Yep. Memphis like a dust. Memphis like a Dust Bowl
they play
team.
pretty good defense, and they conference. They games that they put outside of their conference, they was pretty good. I mean, did nobody beat them?
Let me ask you a question. Did you see them when they played Tennessee earlier this year?